What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Accidental Isolation, where I like to bring on a guest to speak about a moment in their lives where they may have found themselves isolated, whether that be physically, mentally, or emotionally. This platform is to bring awareness to the isolations that people face all the time. Let everyone know that it's common that you go through these things. The guest on this show is coming on to tell their everyday stories so that you'll be able to put tools in your toolbox of life. Today we got my man Dose, man. What's going on, man?
How you?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Chilling,
sir.
man. I met Dose through a friend of mine. He's a local over here in Charlotte, man. I see him everywhere I go out, man. He always promoting his business, doing his thing, man. And I just knew he had a great story that I know a lot of people out here in this world is going through. So hopefully you guys and the viewers and the listeners will be able to gather something from his story, and put tools in your toolbox. So what's up?
Yeah, nothing much, man. Get into it.
Yes, sir. So let's go ahead and get started and let's tell the listeners and the viewers where you from, who you are, and what you're about.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy Dose, man. Born out of Louisville, Kentucky, raised in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm a producer, entrepreneur, event planner, hoster, but I mainly produce the hottest shit in your city, in your country. You know what I'm saying? We coming global, so that's what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Right now, we got Shooting for the Stars on the way. Stay tuned, stay locked in.
Yes, sir, man. I'm so glad, like I said, so glad to get you on the show, man. Like I said, I know your story's powerful. I know so many people out there can listen for me. So let's dive into it, man. How was Louisville? How was growing up? Jack Harlow. That's the only person I know from that.
Yeah,
So,
Jack Harlow. Yeah,
what was it like
TG
growing up in
and
Louisville?
Man, honestly, I was only there for I think 2 weeks before my mom moved here.
Oh, okay, man.
But I mean, kind of go back and forth. You know what I'm saying? As a youngin', but I ain't been back in a little minute, man. I
Okay.
hope to go back soon, for real. Of course, it's just it ain't as easy as just going, but
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. I still got family out there and everything. But yeah, I was basically raised here, bro.
In Charlotte.
Yeah, in
Okay.
Charlotte. So
Most of your family in Louisville, or is
So-
most of it back in Charlotte?
both parts of my mom and my dad's side, my mom's side from Louisville, my dad's side from Jersey,
Okay.
and they basically came down here, migrated to Charlotte,
Okay, bet.
start over type thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really it. So
Yeah.
I ain't really gotten. I
In-
ain't really
in
my
Louisville.
family. Yeah. My family ain't really from Charlotte or nothing like
you don't
that.
rep Louisville, do you?
Yeah.
What you rep?
Nah,
You-
hell yeah. I mean, I'm raised in the folks. So
Yeah,
basically,
yeah,
it's
okay.
just you know what I'm saying,
That's what
Charlotte.
you
You know
is.
what I'm saying, but definitely standing on the 502 shit
Yeah.
too, cause it's still there. Standing
Yeah.
on the 865 shit too. In
Yes,
Jersey,
sir.
you know what I'm saying, it's still there. So it's just wherever we there, we there. You
That-
know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Yeah. But I was raised here in Charlotte though.
Okay,
yeah.
bet. So what you got any siblings, brother, sister?
Yeah. So I got a couple siblings.
Okay.
I got a lot. Actually, I ain't gonna
Shit,
lie.
I got a lot too.
Yeah,
I got 15 of them.
I'm
hoes.
saying that. I said that like it was something little, but I think I got about 5 brothers
Okay.
and 2 sisters. or
Okay,
something
yeah.
like that. Yeah. So,
All y'all grew up together, lived together, or is it a big age gap?
yeah, nah, it's a little age gap. We live together for
Okay,
the
yeah.
most part. Yeah, for the most part, we was but you know what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
how the family.
Yeah, in and
divide.
out.
Yeah, you know what I'm
In and
saying.
out. Everybody got their own
Yeah,
life.
exactly.
Facts. How you feel like that affected you and your upbringing? Like I said, I had a big family, but I got a huge age gap. I got
Yeah.
15 brothers and sisters, but my oldest is 50. My
Yeah.
youngest is 12.
Damn.
So I wasn't in the house with most of them. I was only in the house with my core two,
Yeah.
right, and then my mom. You feel me? So
Okay.
I had a lot, but it wasn't like it was 15 of us in the house. So how do you feel like that? That
Yeah.
affected you growing up?
Well, we kind of grew up with our cousins
Okay.
and stuff like that. It was
Big family.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? We was all in the same house,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying, living together type.
Yeah.
So that's what that was. But how it affected me wise, it definitely put me in it,
Mhm.
off rip. Just
Yeah.
cause like you said, that age gap, cause age gap wasn't crazy, but I do got cousins that's I got an uncle that's my age, but he
Yeah.
32 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So he's a little bit more advanced. That fit if you 15 and you talking about you chilling with a 9-year-old, you're gonna be a little bit more advanced. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of that. You know what I'm saying? Being in that and just being in the house with everybody, having older cousins, girls and boys. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So kind of seeing how they live, being the youngest one, being the middle child, being you know what I'm saying, being all
they
of that.
keep coming,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's just you know what I'm saying. So you kind of gotta adjust to all all
Yeah,
aspects, I guess.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying, of life, and it put you into it real fast. I
That's
guess.
good too, though.
Yeah.
Like you said, you
Oh
got
yeah.
all aspects. You was the baby for a little bit. You got to
Yeah.
see how that felt. Then you
Yeah.
know you had kids on you. Now you the big brother.
Yeah.
Now you got to raise. You know what I'm saying? A lot
Yeah.
of life lessons learned through that right there, man.
Exactly.
Yes, sir. All right, man. So the topic of the show,
Yeah.
accidental isolation, right? A moment where unintentionally you isolate yourself, whether that be physically, mentally, emotionally. Like, it looks different for everybody.
Exactly.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about one of the moments or moments you had in your life where you felt isolated or you were isolated.
Yeah, so we was talking a little bit earlier, but I was
Mm-hmm.
just saying like how I felt like um this past year has been kind of like my moment of
Okay.
accidental isolation. You know what I'm saying? Just me being the accidental part is me being the person to be like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody come on, like, you know what I'm saying? This is what it is. Let's do this. This the plan. But it got to that point where I was just more so like, nah, this is what I got to do for me. You know what I'm saying? This is how I got to do it for me. This is what it got to look like. Because at the end of the day, my ideas and the way my brain and stuff work, it doesn't, it's not going, everybody don't work the same. You know what I'm saying? So people don't see ideas and grasp onto them like you
Yeah.
you put them out. You know what I'm saying? So
You can't take everybody with you.
you
all the
can't
time.
take everybody with you. So it's just like it is understanding that and understanding who to come. You know what I'm saying? It's really people placement. You
Yeah.
feel me? Like that's my accidental isolation and kind of realizing that like certain people in your life all the way down to your parents. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So it's just being super real with it because you
Yeah.
gotta be intentional with what you want to do. You know
Gotta
what I'm
be-
saying?
yeah,
Gotta
definitely
be
gotta be
intentional
intentional.
because that's how you gonna start seeing the progress. You want to see the progress, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get to it. You gotta
Most definitely.
make sure, you know what I'm saying, you ain't cutting no steps and you're not half-assing it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah.
Nah, you're 100% right. And it's like a lot of people go through that, especially as you get older. Like, you know, we go up through elementary, middle, high, go to college, right? Everybody, your circle don't necessarily your circle can change,
Oh,
but
yeah,
like you
for
with
sure.
these people every day. Like, so you
Yeah.
see them, it's easy, right?
Yeah.
Y'all ain't got jobs, or if you do, y'all in class together, you gonna see them.
Exactly.
Like whatever the case may be, y'all still in that close space, right? And you don't have to go out and do stuff right now, right? Because you in school, that's your main thing, right? That's what you got to do. As you become an adult, and like you said, as you become an entrepreneur, right? And you start to figure out what is my purpose in life, what do I want to do in life. Oftentimes, you start to notice that it don't align with everybody else, right? And
Exactly. Like everybody got their own life. And it's like everybody's trials and tribulations come at different times.
most definitely,
So it's like when you seeing and understanding, once you understand that, it's easier to go about moving forward. It's not, you're not so butthurt about people supporting you. You know what I'm saying? You're not so butthurt about, oh, my peers not posting me on, you know what I'm saying, social media. My peers, I dropped and I only got 2 likes. Like,
yeah,
it ain't about that. It's not about it. It's about you. Okay, if you got 2 likes, go find the 2 more likes.
Yeah.
Brand new likes. You know what I'm saying? Like, or if you got 2 people at your show, go find 2 more people. Brand new people. You know what I'm saying? Tap in with them. So it's about like progressing like that. You know what I'm saying? Because your peers is gonna go through their life. You gonna go through your life. You're not gonna always be able to be there for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
life be happening,
Yeah,
man.
it just happens. So it's just like understanding that and just not being so, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, butthurt about it. They get
detached from not, not having the support, even though it's there, but not having the support you wanted, in the way you wanted it to look like.
exactly, or the way you thought it was gonna be when
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. Then you think you plan something out for a year and then you post and you like, fuck.
That shit ain't
That
even-
shit ain't do what? That shit ain't do nothing I thought it was gonna
Exactly.
do. You know what I'm saying? Then now you mad at, oh, you ain't do this, you ain't do that, you ain't. It's like, all right, man, go find the people. You know what I'm saying? It's billions of people out here. That's how I look at it. Like,
And you're right about it, man. So let's dive into this past year, right? So this past year, which is common for a lot of people, right? Like me personally, I go through them, not often, but they happen more than once, right? You might, you work through one isolation, another one comes because a new obstacle comes, right? And that's normal, right? And that's okay. So this past year for you, you mentioned that this was your isolation. Let's dive a little deeper into that and see how or why you felt that way. So you started off by saying you finally started to put dose first. Like we're going through life. I got my friends, I got my family, I got the gang. You know, we all here. Most of us probably do the same thing, so we support each other to a certain extent. But then we got to go in our own ways. But when did it start to feel like, dang, it's something's going on inside of me, whether it be anxiety, right, sadness, anger, when did it start feeling like that? And where do you start to believe that, dang, what's going on?
Yeah. May or June of last year.
Okay.
I had did my first TV show. So we shot a TV show called The Peep Show. It's coming out soon. Shout out to everybody involved. Shout out to everybody that helped out and got it done. But it's basically like bringing back the things we grew up on as far as like 106 Park, Rap City, like you know what I'm saying, those type of vibes, bringing that back. So
was it like a party or something, or was
nah,
it just
it's a show. It's like a legit show.
Okay.
Like you know what I'm saying. We have little segments and stuff like that set up. So it's a cool little vibe. But so we did that, put that together, and at that point I was just kind of like, after we got done with it, we kind of sat back. We all sat back and was just like, damn. It was like my moment of that's all it is. That's all it take. You feel me? Like that's all it take to really do the shit. You know what I'm saying?
By
so
just doing
yeah,
it.
just
By
doing
just
it.
doing
you know
it,
what I'm saying?
man.
Literally just doing it. Not how big it was. Not how you know what I'm saying. Just literally doing it. We had the whole camera set up. Like you know what I'm saying. It was my moment to really dive into like, oh okay, now I see what's really going on as far as everything. And at that moment, you know what I'm saying, I was engineering this stuff, and I just felt like it was time for me to take it to the next level as far as my production, as far as me stepping into who I am as far as like being a producer, you know what I'm saying, an artist, and my route and however I want that to look. So it's kind of just like tailoring that moment. So yeah, I say like May, June, I kind of had that moment of just like, okay, I know what it take. I know what I got to do. I know what, you know what I'm saying, with the grind, the effort to put in, because we already got it done. You know what I'm saying? I know it's going to take meeting every week. You know what I'm saying? I know it's going to take, hey, we got to do this on top of each other. You know what I'm saying? Whoever that team is, whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 10 people. You know what I'm saying? So it's just that consistency really is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I learned that consistency in that. So that was the very first moment
where
like,
you realize that like, oh shit, this is what I want to do. I've been doing it, maybe not playing around with it, but like just doing it probably out of fear a little bit, like because if I go full on, like there's no telling what can happen. Like I'm afraid to fail. I'm afraid nobody's gonna support me, so I might not do it.
Exactly.
And then you got together with a group of friends.
Exactly.
Made this TV show.
Exactly.
Right.
So, and that even came like, even that story is crazy. I just, like you said, being uncomfortable. I just stepped out, being uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Getting into the studio. I wanted to be in the studio. That was the first step. Like I was working out of my crib. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, all right, now it's time to get out of the crib. Let's go meet some folks. Let's do this. I've been doing this for, you know what I'm saying, years. I think it was like right towards the end of the pandemic a little bit. Maybe a year after that. Yeah, 2021. But like just doing that. So I did that. That fell into my lap. You know what I'm saying? Just showing up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, I'm going to do this. Come with me. I leave with a whole studio to work at. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like just being in the right place. Then going from there, meeting certain people. You know what I'm saying? Good people. You know what I'm saying? Building relationships with them. You know what I'm saying? Going from there and then having an idea. Like, you know what I'm saying? Having like-minded people around.
To go off of.
You know what I'm saying? So now it's juices flowing in the room. It's like, oh my God, who don't want to be around that? You feel me? So it's like, and then you get it done and then it's like, okay, we got it done, and it took maybe a couple months to get it done. It's like, oh shit, like it's all it takes for real. You know what I'm saying? It's like your moment, like, damn, like what we really doing there? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Once you realize you took that, it literally took the leap of faith, like
literally, bro, literally.
That being courageous, that being not afraid to fail, right? Not afraid of that second step.
Even that leap of faith, it could be something like people think a leap of faith is going out of town or moving out of your home state or doing something crazy. Your leap of faith could be something as small as what you don't want to do or what you feel like gonna mess your brand up or your movement or whatever you got going on. I feel like Nah, just take whatever steps. Like I said, just be in those rooms. You know what I'm saying?
Most of the time, man, through my life and through experiences of others, like when it's that time where you want to do something, like you know you want to do something, and you start to do things, and then that's when the friction starts. Like, is this really what's about to happen? What's about to go on? Usually when that friction starts, that's that sign to like push you a little bit. Is this really what you want to do? Because I'm gonna push you, right? Whoever you believe, it could be God or whatever you do. Like I'm about to test you real quick. Not nothing crazy, but I just want to see if you're gonna be able to keep going, or if this is just another hobby. This something you want to just do for fun because it look cool, or like you kind of said earlier, like people want to do a lot of things because it look cool. They don't really understand what it really
take.
What it takes. So it's like that leap of faith, that step of going out and being courageous and like, okay, we're gonna do this.
Yeah, and that friction you talking about, that comes in everything.
Everything.
Like I want people to know that, like every idea, every moment, everything you think you want to do, it's gonna be some type of friction that pushes you to be like, hey, do you really like you said, you really want to do this, or is this just a hobby? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you really want to? Is this your really? Because I'm gonna put you in place. You know what I'm saying? I would set you up. It might not look like how you want it to look like right now.
Yeah.
But it can. You know what I'm saying? But you got to go through this to get to that, so you can understand and cherish and you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Make it something valuable to you. Yeah. You know?
Things they get easy, like it may feel good, temporary relief, but like it ain't something that lasts long.
Nah,
like, it ain't nothing you really cherish. There's no real value in it because it's like in your head, I could do that again. I don't need to put value in that in my life because
it's like a drug.
Yeah. It's too easy to do.
Yeah, exactly.
I ain't got to put no value on that like that.
Exactly.
So we are in May. We finished shooting this TV show. The show's dope. It's out. Is it already out?
No, it's not out. We still putting it together.
Production?
That takes some time.
Boy.
Man, it takes a lot of time. That's the other part. It's like now you starting to realize why your favorite people ain't put out what they talking about. You see what I'm saying? Because they still working on it. It's not like it's not there. Sometimes I ain't gonna say people don't trash ideas, but you know what I'm saying. A lot of the times it's being put in place. You feel me? So that's
make
really
it a good product.
Yeah, make a good product. That's all, man.
So all right, we out the May. Y'all finished production. Y'all finished filming at least. Y'all finished all that, right? And then this one you're starting to realize like, all right, the leap of faith ain't hard. I can jump off this cliff, and I can do it again. All right, so you're a producer, you're an engineer. Now you started meeting people. It's like, yo, I'm like that. I'm doing this in my home. I need other people to start seeing this. I need other people to be around this, right? One of my biggest things to say is energy is contagious. And you create the energy you want, right? So whatever you feed is what grows, right? And you wanted this shit to grow. You was ready. You like, all right, let's get started. So you started meeting, you started networking, you started getting out there. What was going through your head? Like, how did it feel? Was it exciting? Was it still a doubt, a guilt? Like, am I supposed to be here? Like, what was going on? Like,
so I say this like, so 2018. I'm gonna take it back before this time.
Yeah.
This was kind of like my stepping stone into this being who I am. To answer your question.
Yeah.
But like 2018, I graduated. I hooped in college with Pool.
Yeah.
And shout out to him. But you know what I'm saying, I hooped and I was the only senior on the team.
Okay.
So mind you, I ain't never been put in no position as far as I had to lead other people like high school hoops. Like you play football, right? Yeah. So it's a leader and it's a pecking order basically. You know what I'm saying? You got your captains, you got your starters. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that year I was the only senior. So and we in college. So it's like okay, I had to like almost take the back burner on playing. Like I was the year before that I went crazy. You know what I'm saying? Going crazy, but I had stepped out of like actual playing to be more of a vocal leader for. We had like 7 or 8 freshmen.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like so it was just more so like getting them to understand and fall in line with what was going on, and
you had to
so
step
that
back
point,
and see the bigger
step
picture.
back and see the bigger picture. You see what I'm saying? So that was kind of my moment to get into where how I knew how to approach people, adjust people, network with people, talk to people, like, you know what I'm saying, speak on people's level or where they at, you know what I'm saying? Like, I done went through fights with these dudes, you know
you're
what
gonna
I'm
have to
saying?
fight.
You're gonna have to do it, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But
that's
you gotta hold your own, you
and
know
that's
what
the
I'm saying?
biggest part about being a leader. Like, a lot of people want to be the leader. They want to be the alpha. They want to be the kingdom. But you said it best. Like, you had to step back so you could see. I watched the podcast the other day, and I can't remember who was on there. And he was NBA, but he was saying, like, how are you going to be a leader if you don't know the people?
Exactly.
If you don't know who you're talking to.
Exactly.
And that goes with networking. That goes with everything. Like, you can't always lead, or you can't always speak and do as you want to do, or as you do. Like, you have to be able to understand who you're talking to, because everybody don't respond to this everything the same.
Exactly.
Like, you might could fight somebody physically,
literally,
and they all right, bet, get right. I got respect. I'm gonna listen. We gonna boom. You fight somebody else, I bump you. I don't want you. I'm gone. I'm leaving. Especially as a senior on a basketball team, we don't really want nobody leaving. We don't want none of this going on. So, like,
nobody's scared to do or speak up however they feel.
Exactly.
Like, it's really just a brotherhood thing, or, you know what I'm saying, however you want to put it. But I feel like, it took me to understand that and kind of realize who people are. Like, you know what I'm saying? Take each person for who they are and where they come from. Backgrounds is a lot. That's when I started learning that. Like, everybody, like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody different, bro. Everybody's different. Everybody raised different. They live different life. In college, you see that because you're not going home.
Yeah.
Your home is right on campus, you know what I'm saying? So it's just different. You wake up with these guys, you know what I'm saying? Every day. So
See
it's
them all the
like,
time.
yeah, it's kind of learning that.
So going through, we went back to 2018 just to show everybody, like, this is where I learned to lead. This is where I learned to be who I am. This is where I learned to network, right?
Exactly.
So using what you learned through college in your senior year and on a basketball team, which any athlete could tell you, or anybody just a part of a team can tell you, like, that's one of the best things that you could do in your life, because it just teaches you how to work with people. Period. Yeah. So using those tools, right, that taught you how to learn and how to talk with people after the show, is that what you use to start networking?
Exactly.
That's where confidence.
Yep.
Is that
That's where it came from, because, like, at that point it kind of kicked in, like, oh, I ain't not been here before.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like me going into that studio, and the studio was one of the, you know what I'm saying, the popping studio. It's where people was going, you know what I'm saying? So this is where I was meeting a lot of the people that I've been wanting to work with as far as locally here in Charlotte. So it was kind of stepping stone for me, like, okay, now I'm walking past this person. I'm stupid if I don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, me just speaking up, like, oh, somebody here, and he's just like, say something. You know what I'm saying? You speak, you know, you got the voice in here, say something like, "Oh, bro, I got a beat for you."
That's it.
That's all you gotta do. I got placements off of that. You know what I'm saying? I got just people that rock with me today, that fuck with me today, just off of that. You know what I'm saying? And then knowing when and where and how to speak up. You know what I'm saying? And who to speak up to and when to speak up in whatever rooms you in. So it's just like understanding that, like understanding placement, like. You ain't gotta talk. You don't gotta. Once you in the room, you ain't gotta talk. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying. You in the room. You in the room. Just listen. You know what I'm saying. They gonna talk to you.
Especially when you the young one, or when you not necessarily young in age, but young in where you at, young in the field you're doing. Like, you want to gather as much knowledge as you can. Like, me, I'm a sponge. Like, I do talk a lot. I ain't gonna lie. I be talking a lot, but, like, I also listen a lot too. And especially when I'm in certain rooms where I know they know more than me, or even if they don't know more than me, they know something different that I may not know.
And everybody got their way of doing it.
Exactly.
Like, that's why, like, me, I'm quiet, but I'm getting more vocal. Like, you know what I'm saying. So this point is where I had to get more vocal, as far as just like people was listening, and I'm understanding, like, we all at the same, like, kind of level. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no age. It ain't no age that said, oh, I'm this age, so I'm here. Like, you know what I'm saying? We all at the same level, where we just got out of college, or whether we just started coming off of a job, or whether we been here. It's like, okay, boom, now understanding where people at, and then giving people, you know what I'm saying, that respect. You know what I'm saying? I respect you as I respect your voice. You know what I'm saying? Listening and to whatever people gotta say, taking that, you know what I'm saying. You ain't gotta take their shit, but you know
you
what
ain't
I'm
gotta believe everything
they say,
but taking it in, you can decipher it yourself, but just gather it on.
Gather all the day. Exactly.
You ain't gonna be able to learn.
You ain't gonna be able to learn nothing, especially when you get in the room you want to be in, and now you like, hey, this is me. I do this. You know what I'm saying? I do this. Bro, We
Chill
let
out.
you in,
Yeah.
bro. We know what
We
you
know
do.
what you-
You know what I'm saying? We know. You ain't nobody in here that don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
What's going on? So it's just like sit back, chill, because a lot of people mess up their own.
Yeah, their own bag.
They own bag,
Hey,
bro.
look, they mess it
They
up.
mess it up.
They talking
bruh.
too much.
They talking too much.
But
so.
nah, so like you also mentioned how like in that you gathered your voice in the fact that they know that you know what to do, right? Like you said, you had to realize like, oh snap, they actually listen to me.
For
Why
sure.
they listen to me? Oh, because I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like I put that work in 2018, 2019, 2020. I was putting this work in for these moments. And like it took that confidence within yourself to realize one, that I can be in these rooms. And then two, you had to just, like you said on the basketball team, like you could be in there, hey, I could do this, I could do this, I could do that. Just like in basketball, you could be the starter, you could be the point guard, you could be handling the ball every time. But what you did there and what you had to do now is take a step back, sit back, be quiet, listen, and then you starting to realize, okay, I'm in this room because what they doing is what I can do.
Exactly. Literally though. It's
Right.
like literally having that moment like. And this is where it go back. It's kind of full circle moment back to the accidental isolation. Cause now it's like I'm on some shit. Like I'm in the rooms now, and it's like, oh, my boy can do that right there. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, oh, my sister can do what she doing. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we can own this shit.
Yeah.
Like I see what's going on now. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't hard. You know what I'm saying? It ain't hard at all. It's just about camaraderie. It's about knowing everybody on the same page. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of a full circle moment just because I'm the only person in there.
Yeah.
So now it's like I'm building this network, and of course your network is your network, and it's getting super strong, and it's just about like now just getting the team, the camaraderie together to be like, okay, boom, we can do this, we can do this, we can do this, we can do this, because it's being done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So and it's possible. And it's possible,
Yeah.
bro.
Just
and
like
it's possible.
you said, man.
Yeah, so.
Like your network, your net worth is your network,
Mm-hmm.
right? And just like you said, once you start getting these people on here, you start getting this team, just like your net worth, you got to know how to spend it.
Exactly.
So at this point, now you got to know, I know my sister could do that. I know my homeboy could do that.
Yeah.
How do I get them to do it?
Exactly.
Or where do I put them in places? And that's where you still sit back. It still ain't time to just go in. Because now you starting to see that, okay, we could do that, we could do that. I can build my team. Let me build my team. But now as a leader, right, just like your coaches in basketball back in the day, like they built that team. You was the leader. They had to let you play 2-3 years.
Exactly.
Before you could be that leader.
Exactly. I
So
was just
now
about to say that.
you just getting in the rooms, you seeing, oh, I can build my own team.
It's a process.
But now
like,
I gotta learn how.
Yeah, and then it's like this, like if you don't never start, you ain't never gonna get to that point.
Never.
You'll never get to that point. You don't even know. You ain't never gonna know what it feel like. You gonna be stuck on the supporter part. You know what I'm saying? We passed that part now. We on the part where we in the room.
We moving forward.
We moving forward. So now we trying to figure out. Okay, boom, we building something now. So it's like you just gotta start though. You gotta start whatever it is. You gotta just start and then figure it out from. Go through them trials and errors and stuff like that. Yeah.
Everything you do in life, bro, it start with doing. Just like you said, bro, it start with doing. You can watch on the sideline. I kind of had a moment like that with the podcast a little bit. I started writing a memoir, right, about my story, my accidental isolation, and I stopped a little bit. Then everyone was like, nah, keep going. I'm like, ain't nobody gonna be on my show. I don't even know where to start. I don't know nothing about videography, microphone, audio. And then it took one of my teammates in the USFL who was like, bro, just do it. And hit. What made it even better was like he didn't say just do it. He said, I'm gonna be your first person.
One. Yeah,
Let's do it.
Go.
Let's practice this work. Right. And you need that community around you to be able to be able to set you up like that. Right.
And what people don't realize is that you already got that. You already got what you need around you.
Always.
Every time. It's already there. Like at whatever level you at. Like you don't even realize like until you start reaching out for whatever you got going on. Like that's when people will realize, oh damn, I had this the whole time. I'll give you some game. Like and cause we on accidental isolation, man. I'm gonna give you some game. People gotta learn how to take their context and use their context. This is what I told. You gotta watch Accidental Isolation to get this. But basically, man, you take your contacts, man. It's like somebody told me, you got your one contact, you got your two contact, you got your three contact. Your one contact is your one call away. You know what I'm saying? This being the person that I call right now, they pick up immediately. I can call on the podcast, they pick up.
Yeah.
You got your 2 call away. I might call, or I might have to text, or my homeboy might know him. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. You got your 3 call away. Okay, I might gotta hit him up on Instagram or through somebody that I'm working with, a business. Go through your contact list and label every person in your contact list. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then you'll realize who you got contact, who you in contact with. You know what I'm saying? So, and then you use them. You know what I'm saying? Not like use them and abuse them. You use them, like use your contacts. It's like using money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, boom, I got access to this. This person 1 call away. Okay, boom, let me see. Not no BS though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Come with a plan.
Come with a plan.
Come with a
you know
plan. Don't
you
just
sit
reach
back.
out to people.
And then you'll realize, damn, I got these people on my contact. Like, what the fuck? I'm tweaking. You know what I'm saying? All right, let me figure out how I can get this person involved and make it make sense for them.
And be
you know
intentional
what I'm saying?
about
To be intentional about it.
Yeah.
See,
so let me ask you something.
Yeah.
How many times your 3s move to 2s and your 2s move to 1s?
Okay, that's a good question.
Because if you're reaching out, right, and like you said, you got to be intentional.
Oh, yeah.
That's the biggest thing. Because like in this life, especially if you're a charismatic person, if you're an entrepreneur, if whatever you do, you know how to talk to people.
Exactly.
Right? And like you even experience giving out numbers. I done gave out my number. I done got numbers from 3s.
Yeah.
Talk to them. Nothing ever happened.
Nothing ever happened.
I don't get butthurt. Nothing ever happened.
Exactly.
2s, right? 1s. It all start at 3 at some point, right?
For sure.
So how many times you would say, you ain't got to be specific, but I just want to get the listeners to understand, like, this is what it looks like to do.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
How many times you see your 3s go to 2s, your 2s go to 1s?
So, working with my boy Javen.
Yeah.
That's King Cannon. He go by King Cannon.
Okay.
Nick Cannon's little brother.
Okay.
He coming up into the production and stuff. Working with him, he been on Wildin' Out. He does production for Future Superstars that's coming on BET, the Daily Nick Cannon Show, all of that. He been on Power 106, I think, out there in LA.
Yeah.
He doing interviews out there. So he did a whole bunch of stuff. So like kind of working with him and to an instance where I had to kind of, for the show that I'm telling you about, we had to book Hitman Holla.
Okay.
So we booked him, and it was more so on a point where we was going through his manager. You know what I'm saying? When you get to that level, you gotta go. You gotta go
directly to him.
Yeah, you got to. Unless you know what I'm saying? You plug, super plug. So you got, you know what I'm saying? We reaching out, going back and forth about the details they need and all of that. And it got to the point you know what I'm saying, we got it done, and I was just, my job for part of the show was to make sure they were straight, like you know what I'm saying, pick them up from the airport, take them to the hotel, get their food, like all of that, make sure the talent was straight. So I built that relationship just from that day, you know what I'm saying, just taking them around, my name's this, you know what I'm saying, I do this, that, and the third, y'all straight, y'all need anything, come holler at me if you need something, boom. So fast forward, and I get to be around more of what Javen got going on. So Future Superstar Tour, Wildin' Out, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm more around these guys now.
Yeah.
So and it gets to a point where like I'm getting the numbers now and stuff, but not to the point where I can hit them up on the numbers to the point where you see face now.
Yeah.
That's where the 3, because it don't have to be like necessarily like a contact.
Yeah.
It could be a 3 change or 2 from just faces.
They
so
know
now,
me now.
They know
they
you
know
now.
of me. You ain't even got to know me yet.
You don't even got to know me.
Okay, he be with him.
You know
okay.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So working with, you know what I'm saying, Hitman Holla, then Emmanuel Hudson and Philip Benjamin. You know what I'm saying? Philip, my dog, like I done worked with him in the studio, working with him with some music, just staying in contact. You know what I'm saying? But I could reach out to him right now. You know what I'm saying? I go down there on my own at a fashion show, you know what I'm saying? And I see him, he like, damn, I ain't even know you. You know what I'm saying? So now that's more of like I would say that's a 3 to a 1.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? Like, just because I got more.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And it ain't about the
business.
specifics,
Yeah.
like 3 move to 1.
Yeah.
But it's just the fact that this is how, like, I like that.
Exactly.
I like that analogy. I've never heard it before. And it's dope because, like, that's how the world works. Like,
Oh, yeah.
your best friend, whoever it is, he was once not your best friend.
Yeah, literally,
You know what I mean?
though.
And
Literally.
especially as we growing and in this entrepreneur, like, state, this music world, like, it's all about who you know. Actually,
Exactly.
erase that. In life in general, playing football, like I could be the first to tell you, like it's a lot of people that's really good at football, And there's a lot of people that's not good at football,
Yeah.
all playing in the same NFL, right?
Exactly,
And it's based on who you know. And it's not to shun them, right? Because nobody sucks in NFL.
Nah,
There's some
for
people
sure.
that may not.
Yeah,
There's
be
some
as
people
good,
that could be
but
there that
yeah.
ain't there, right? But nobody sucks. But it's all about who you know. And as far as agents, who your agents know. And it's like if you want a promotion, right, at a regular job, right? It's about who you know.
Who you know,
It's about
exactly.
which boss you know. It's about what relationship y'all got, right? You could take that into anything in life, bro. It's always about who you know and how you carry yourself, what relationship you build.
Exactly.
And that's what that 3 moving to 2 is.
Yeah.
Right? You driving around, you doing anything they ask you to do.
Yeah.
No hesitation. I'm not shameful. I'm not saying, man, I'm too good for this.
Nah,
What?
hell nah.
It's
You
none of
can't be at that
Humble.
level. You can't be too good for nothing because you could play all positions at that level. Like
Exactly.
you could play all roles because in the same sense, like we go. I done went party with these niggas before, so it's just like it's just knowing like what come when it's time for work. Like they take that shit seriously. Like you don't think they take it seriously until you around a real production where it's like, oh, they doing this for what? Oh, we watching this on TV. Oh, this is what this is. Or you like a TV show you grew up watching. You like, oh nah, this shit real.
Yeah.
Like this is like
You don't see the input.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah,
output.
you just see the output. Like it's if you can't take that, you'll be very uncomfortable. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? People will come off like assholes, but it ain't that, bro. It's all fun. It's
business.
It's business though. You know
We
what I'm
gonna
saying?
party hard,
We gonna
especially
party-
in the
yeah.
entertainment world. Like the entertainment world, I feel like is the most like masked, like the most disguised. Cause it's entertainment.
Yeah, literally.
Even
though.
with sports, with music,
Yeah,
with TV
literally.
shows, everything is entertainment. So like
Yeah.
the viewers, the people that they get to see it,
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
man, it's so fun.
Yeah,
It feels
it
so
is.
good.
Exactly,
right?
it is.
Dopamine rising, all that
Yeah.
shit. And it's like you said, once you get in there and you start doing it, you realize like this shit. It's fun because I like doing what I'm doing,
Yeah.
but it's business.
But it's super
Like,
business.
what you
like-
see on TV, what you see in the
Yeah.
club,
Yeah.
when we just sold 1 million records, when we just hit 1,000 viewers, right? What you see
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
when we can do that. We can be
Exactly.
fun, we can have fun, but they don't see that
They
at all.
don't see that.
They
Even
don't
going
see
to
that.
the club is like
That's
that's
business
business
too.
too. Like that's
Walk-through
business.
prices,
Yeah,
blah, blah,
you know
blah.
what I'm
We
saying?
paid to be here.
All
You
that,
know
you
it.
know what I'm saying? That's business too, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what it is.
So when you let's go down, let's bring back. You meeting these people, you in these rooms, right? And it all started from like just taking that leap. So you mentioned earlier how sometimes you feel like you gotta be the one. Like you out here partying, you with these people, right? You with the superstars, right? And you feel a little guilty. Is it guilt that your family not with you, or you just know that I want them to be here with me, right?
it's not necessarily.
It's not guilt. Okay.
Nah, it's just more like it's just more of a sacrifice.
Yeah.
Like,
Because that's what you want that to be the end goal.
Yeah,
regardless.
like that's what we working towards. But it's like running a race. Like if we start out at the same pace, but you start getting tired, but I pick up a little bit, we eventually gonna be far apart. I could goddamn help you, you know what I'm saying? Or I could slow down to where you gonna go, or you could push through and pick up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't gotta adjust it to where I'm full sprint. I could just be keeping
Pacing.
a steady pace. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And you kind of veer off. You know what I'm saying? So it's just more so like wanting people or the family to kind of stay at that steady pace, but it's not necessarily realistic.
Yeah.
Just because, like I was saying earlier,
Yeah.
like people got lives and stuff. So I'm more so that like that's my isolation, like understanding that it's not realistic. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Because you're not the only person. You're not the only person who wants to take their whole family with you.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, like you said, you realize, like right?
Yeah.
You kind of you believe in it. You're understanding, like everybody not coming.
Yeah, for sure.
I want them to come, but everybody not gonna be able to make it. And it's like you're coming to grips with that's being okay.
Yeah.
But just because you understand things doesn't mean you want it. Right? You can align to something without agreeing to it. Right? So how does that, like, as you moving forward and you're still seeing some of these, like some of the people not moving forward with you, like what's going through your head? Does that put you deeper into isolation? Does that make you upset?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it definitely, because it's more so like I'm a very like I gotta trust my people.
Yeah.
You feel me? So like my relationships is built, like all my relationships is damn near 10 plus.
Yeah.
You feel me? Except for like this run I'm on now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like But even those relationships feel like 10 plus, feel like, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of just more searching for that genuine aspect. I feel like I don't want to get around, and I won't get around people that are just like, just greedy in a sense, or not genuine with what they got going on. You know what I'm saying? And just kind of seeing that, I don't. It's really like the feeling is kind of like it's a weird like awkward feeling. I don't know how to really. It's a lonely feeling, I guess, if you could say that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's a part of the. That's a part of the isolation. So, I'm gonna break down something for you, and it's for the listeners as well. So when I say like accidental isolation, right, and it can look like moments where you physically, mentally, or emotionally isolate. The most common is physically. People see that when you physically remove yourself from situations. Like, you got a big family, you got a lot of friends. When you start to not text back, when you start to not show up, they notice that. Right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mentally and emotionally, that's where it gets tricky. People don't understand, right? To me, mentally and emotionally, you can be in the room, right? You could be in the studio 30 people deep. You could be in the club 20 people deep. You could be with your family, your closest friends, but mentally you kind of zoned out, right? And that's where that lonely feeling could come in, because it's like, let's just correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not putting this on you, but you're doing a lot of things. You're elevating, you're moving forward in life, but then you may go back to some of the 10 plus relationships, the 10 plus friendships, and you're around them because you love them, and we still cool, nothing against. But it's like, it feels. Why I feel like I'm here by myself?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's the conversations change. I feel like that's what it is for me. Like, I get to a point, like, in my friendships or in my you know what I'm saying, relationships with my family and stuff. It's just more so to the point where, like, I'm just on a whole different type of time. Like, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no disrespect. It ain't nothing to what's going on, but like, I done been through, like, you can't never compare what you've been through to somebody else. Yeah. But like, when you get in these, like, people are only gonna tell you what they want to know, or what they want you to know. Yeah. But it's like, man, come on, that's not enough to stop me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm still taking on what I got going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, people done seen me go up and come down, like, all of them within a matter of months. Yeah. But still don't. Like, well, bro, how you still? It's just, I'm keeping it going. You know what I'm saying? So just being in that, and I'm gonna let you go, but just being in that, like, just understanding that as far as where I'm at with my mental, it kind of separates me off of where everybody else at, because it's like, okay, boom, like, you letting this little thing affect you. Yeah. I went through that. I hurdled that and kept it going. I started this with you. I went through that. We both went through it at different times, whatever. I'm still going. You're not. And even if you are still going, it's not at the level. Yeah. It's not at the level. It like I was saying about the racing thing, the running thing, it begins to get like, I'm here and you here. There's a gap there. There's a gap. And I feel like the gap is there is because of consistency. You know what I'm saying? So all you got to do is be consistent. You see what I'm saying? So now it's lonely because I'm the only one that's consistent. You see what I'm saying? So it's not more so like a, damn, like, I don't fuck with y'all boys, or I don't want to come over to the family shit no more. It's just got goals. It got goals. Like, trying to move forward. Like, seriously, like, intentionally, like, with everything. I'm not settling for whatever it is or wherever I'm comfortable at. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting uncomfortable and figuring it out. I'm really figuring it out. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm a living product of that. So it's kind of like understanding that, and it's definitely lonely, but it's just, I feel like the loneliness is just the biggest thing. You started to say something, and I think you answered it with consistency, but I want to see if there's another answer in there. You was like, I've been through these moments and I got through them, right? How? Shit. Like, accidental isolation, right? Right. Those are those moments, like, where shit hit the fan and shit rough. People done seen you go up, seen you go down. When you down though, how you got back up? Shit, man. Consistency was one of them. That's what we talked about. Yeah, consistency definitely one of them, and I feel like it's just taking it day by day, like, really understanding and breaking it down.
I'm up, I'm down. I'm up, I'm down. How do you get back up? Because when
Yeah.
they listen, when they watching, right, they see that in common. Like I've been down too,
Yeah.
but for some reason I don't go
I
back
don't
up.
go back up. Yeah, people.
Like that's what people want to know. Like how did those come back up?
Mm-hmm.
In those moments of isolation, in those moments where ain't nobody contact 1, 2, or 3 ain't reaching back out.
Reaching back out.
In those moments where I don't even feel confident in my last work to go to that studio and show them that. Like in those moments where it's like, damn, what's next? How do I do that? You keep doing, you keep figuring it out.
Yeah.
How you do that?
I guess taking it day by day.
Uh-huh.
So like I was saying earlier, you know what I'm saying, I come from a family of like just kind of living in the now, in the present, you know what I'm saying? So like time being not real. So you know what I'm saying, like what I mean by that is the future and the past don't exist. You know what I'm saying? Most of us, well, the only thing that you got from the future and the past is your memory, or you know what I'm saying. Your future, you got what you want, what you know what I'm saying, think's gonna happen. In the past, you got your memory of what happened. So just kind of understanding that and taking it day by day, because every day is gonna be different. You're gonna feel different every day. Like it's really a mental thing though. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's like whatever I feel like, whether it's I feel like I'm not here, or I need to be here, or I don't got this and I need this. Like I just either take a step back or figure out, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is that I can do at that very moment to get closer to whatever it is. So kind of going back to at the beginning of the podcast of just starting.
Yeah, just
you know what I'm saying, just breaking it down. You know what I'm saying, starting whatever that is. And doing that, I feel like that's a big play in what's going on, and having that faith and trusting yourself, because ultimately it's yourself that you're doing. You know what I'm saying, you're doing this for, you doing it. You know what I'm saying, the family, everything's cool, but if you're not healthy, and you can't take care of nobody else. On the airplane, they tell you to put your mask on first before you put anybody else's mask on. You see what I'm saying, or help to put anybody else's mask on. So you gotta understand that. But like, I guess getting out of the moments is just like grind. Like for me, it was a lot of days just like in my head, like damn, what am I gonna do today? All right, I'm gonna go make some beats. All right, that's cool. Why do I feel like I'm mad at the world? Oh, let me go outside for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Let me do something. Let me step away from everything and everybody and just, okay, where am I at? What can I do to better my situation right now? You know what I'm saying? If I want this, how can I, like I said, how can I start right now and get to wherever it is that I'm trying to do within this next 30 minutes or hour, however long it takes. You know what I'm saying? Just breaking it down, making it simple. Like it's
Kiss.
Like, yeah,
I know you know that we know what I'm talking about? Kiss? Nah, Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
that's
a little catchphrase. Like, keep it simple, stupid. You ain't got to use stupid, but like, at the end of the day, bro, like anxiety comes from the fear of the future.
Exactly.
Anxiety is only in the future.
Exactly.
Right? You create the anxiety in yourself. Like, and this is a tricky subject because a lot of people,
because I still
don't believe it.
Yeah,
but like that's what anxiety is. Anxiety is that fear of the future. Living in the present is the only way to get out of anxiety. Right? Not trying to worry about what's going to be next.
What's going to happen. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I got to points where, you know what I'm saying, low on funds. You know what I'm saying? Don't know how I'm going to pay for studio session. You know what I'm saying? Don't know how I'm going to try and do this video shoot with my boy, because we go, you know what I'm saying, we doing this together, or committing to something, you know what I'm saying, and not trying to figure it out. And every time it figures itself out, honestly. Like, it's just the fact that you have to put in the work to do whatever it is you got to do. Put it out there, whether it's you talking about it, whether it's you telling somebody else, hey, I'm trying to do this. I don't know how I'm going to get it done right now, but this is how I'm trying to do it. You know what I'm saying? And then somebody might be like, well, you know what, bro? Like, damn, like, kind of how you told me you got this spot. Like, you know what I'm saying? You talking to somebody else, and it's just like, you been in here, you been coming in here. It's like, damn, okay, well, let me just
Do it.
Do it,
Let
yeah.
me
Like
ask.
let me say something. Hey, can I? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And
So
for those of y'all who don't know what's going on, like we're in Arbor Eatery right now.
Yeah.
The owner Mitch, I came in here a few times. I knew someone else as well. I had a contact number too,
Yeah.
right? I had a contact
Yeah.
number too. Spoke with them. I was like, yo, do you think he would let that happen? He said, I don't see why not, right? Reach out to him, and that's what I did. Like I reached out to him. Now he blessed me with this beautiful space here, so I'll be able to host guests, right? So they'll be able to feel comfortable. They'll be able to be vulnerable in these conversations that we're having, and yeah, man. So I'm really appreciative of him. And like he said, I used his tool and didn't even know it. I used my contact number 2 to reach out to my contact number 3, and now me and him working to go up, right?
Exactly.
So one day he gonna be number 1.
Exactly.
And we're gonna be working and collaborating, doing what we can do there, man.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
it's already there. Like you just gotta
Keep
put
moving.
keep going
Day by day.
So I feel like it's just taking like, you know what I'm saying. If you don't got it, taking the next step to figure out how to get it. You know what I'm saying. If you really figuring out and prioritizing, of course, you know what I'm saying. Everybody got bills and stuff like that. But honestly, it's like. It's the career, or it's, you know what I'm saying. Keep a roof over. I ain't saying that. You know what I'm saying. Keep a roof over your head, but you gotta understand how to play it. Like, you know what I'm saying. You gotta know, like, if you really want to do it, like, you gotta know how to play it. Like, you got. It's just the realistic. Like, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Rent going up,
man. What and rent going up.
Hey,
so you gotta know how to play it. Come on now. So it's just like understanding and being strategic with what you trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Everything don't got to get done at one time.
Don't rush it.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing got to be rushed. But at the same time, you got to stay consistent. You got to stay on top of it. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all listen to his story, man. We went through some of the things he went through, right? His isolations. So we're going to leave the viewers with, like, you know, catchphrase of the show, putting tools in the toolbox of life, right? Go ahead and name out 3 of the tools you feel like when you're going through your isolations that helped you.
Yeah, so the first step would be just to take action, man. Whatever it is, sit back, write it down. On some manifesting tips, writing it down is always better than keeping it in your phone. You know what I'm saying? That's something that kind of helped me out too, having a little notebook, keeping it on me, even if you don't gotta write every day, but you know what I'm saying? Even going back, because I've been writing for years, but I got things from my brand money fiends from 2020 that it's just it's a whole different, but I just found it, like, you know what I'm saying, a month ago. I'm like, damn, I was on a whole nother type of time. Like, it's kind of cool to see too, you know what I'm saying?
You might be the user now.
You know what I'm saying? And your mind changed. You can see where you was at that time. But yeah, just take action in whatever it is. And once you start, you gotta finish. So when you start, don't half-ass it. So stay consistent. You know what I'm saying? Stay disciplined with what it is. You know what I'm saying? Make it an everyday thing. If you can't make it every day, make it every other day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't settle for less than what you want though either. You know what I'm saying? So that's staying consistent. And the last one, we just trying to figure out the last one.
The last one would probably going into the first one, but just like networking.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
It going into that take action, but
definitely.
networking.
Yeah, networking, cause yeah, man, that's how you grow.
Yeah.
You start to meet people. You start to be able to ask people certain things, have different conversations, be in different groups and circles of people. Like, and we talking about not regular people that are, you know what I'm saying, like that real people that have, you know what I'm saying, business and emotion. You know what I'm saying, shit going on. You know what I'm saying. So, just using that network, it's already there. You know what I'm saying? Your 3 contacts, that was a big point too. Like, your 3 contacts, figuring that out. But yeah, man, just keep staying the course too. Like, stay the course.
Always, man.
Don't change. It could change up a little bit or however you want it to, but make sure you stay the course of whatever that is.
Exactly. It's about having a plan, not the answers.
Yeah,
you had a plan, you know where you're going, but the answers might be different.
And the plan could be adjusted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The
plan can be adjusted. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's still somewhat to the same end goal. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So.
Man, I wanna thank you. Appreciate you for coming on the show. Before I leave, though, I always let everybody get their opportunity, especially when I have those entrepreneurs on here, those people who's working on a lot of projects. Go ahead and shout out anything you need to shout out, man. Instagram, new projects, anything like that.
Yes. So Again, this is your boy Dose, Doe Dollar. Hey, Dose dropped that hot shit. Producing and coming with the hottest shit to your city, your country. We going global. We about to come out with Shooting for the Stars. Stay tuned. Stay locked in. We got a lot of big artists from the city, from outside the city. You know what I'm saying? Everything coming. And some big events, man. We do entrepreneurship. We do hosting. We do all of that. So there's a lot. Stay tuned. Stay locked in with me. Shout out Money Fiends. It's the brand. Follow us on the official Money Fiends. You can follow me at Dose Produce, DOSPRODX on Instagram, Twitter, The Real Dose on TikTok, and Dose Productions on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
Shout out
man.
to Accidental Isolation, man.
Yes,
and
sir.
Chauncey for having me, dog.
Appreciate it, bro.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.